If you're in the beginning of your agency journey just like myself, then chances are you've heard of Go High Level. I've been using this software for a little bit now and learning a lot about it, different kinds of automations that I can use within my agency. And today I'm going to go over a customer reply SMS automation step by step. So I'm going to go into Go High Level here in a minute and show you exactly how I build out that workflow. Before I do that though, I want to give a shout out to Jasper Aiken on YouTube. So if you guys haven't checked him out already, he makes a lot of videos, tutorials on how to use Go High Level, whether it's automations, whether it's just the software in general. And this is kind of where I learned a few things from. And if you guys watch previous videos, then you know that I've worked with, or I'm currently working with Charlie Barber on, on the agency side of things and learning what exactly it is like to run an agency. And so there have been a lot of people I've drawn inspiration from and watched YouTube videos on. So Jasper is just one of them. And if you haven't checked him out, then feel free to. Just want to give a quick little shout out because I did kind of base this video off of some of the automations he built out. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So I mentioned also in a previous video that with me working under Charlie, currently I am on a Go High Level sub account. So this isn't the main membership that you would pay for. So I believe it's $100 a month up to, and you can have up to 3 sub accounts. So essentially 3 clients. Then after that, it might be $297 and then $500 for unlimited. So it can get a little pricey, but obviously if you're just in the beginning of your agency journey, then you can just start off on the lower tier. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself smaller here. So this is inside the Go High Level software dashboard, however you want to phrase it. So right here, this is what we're going to do today, go through the automation side of things. So I have a few built out here, a few of them that Charlie had built out in his program essentially. So these high ticket funnel workflows, the lead funnel workflow, low ticket workflow, those are all pre-built in here. So I did not make those. They're just ready for me to plug and play essentially, which is super nice. But the thing about that is, yes, it's great to have that there, but you also need to have a deep understanding of how that actually works. So I'm going to get into that today because I feel like the sub account thing is great, but you also, if you're running your own agency like myself, you need to know every little bit of how the process works. So what we're going to go do today is go to create a workflow, and then here it'll give us a whole bunch of different templates. So you can import it from a campaign, you can do an endless amount of things, but obviously today we are just going to start from scratch. So we're just going to get a blank workflow template here with some crazy ID number. Yep, so new workflow 170, blah, blah, blah. So the first step we're going to do is go to add a new trigger. And then from here, we're going to do customer replied. So there are a few different types of events. Obviously, we're going to do customer replied here. We can go ahead and name it, but right now, customer replied is just fine with us. So we are going to, however, add a filter. And so since we said we wanted to have this automation reply through SMS, we're going to do the reply channel as SMS. So before I click that, we can see plenty of things here. So call, chat widget, email, Instagram DM, SMS. So SMS is what we are going to go with today. So from here, we are going to obviously want to reply to a message. And a little caveat in all this is obviously this is a reply workflow, a customer reply workflow. So you're gonna need to have some people's contacts in order for this to work. So obviously, you could have something else, and I'll make a video on this as well. But if somebody fills out a form, then be able to do some reach out that way. So you can build out an automation through that. But this is for if you already have an existing contact and you want to be able to reach out to them to try to buy your software, buy into your program, whatever it may be. So what we're going to do here is hit this plus, and we're going to go to SMS. So either send manual SMS, which we don't want to do. This is an automation. We want it to be automated. So we're going to hit send SMS. Again, you can name the action name. So here it has SMS. We could just call it, first message or something along those lines. And then in here, you can make the message but whatever you want it to be, but just for beginner's sake, we're just going to say, hey. And what's really cool is if some of you have used maybe Salesforce in the past or other CRMs, there's this really cool feature. It's called something else in every different software, but in Go High Level, it's called Custom Values. So what you're going to do is go and click on Custom Values. You're going to head over to Contact, and you can put in their first name. So what the software will then do is gather the person's first name of whoever it is you're going back and forth with and say that name in there, because we don't want to have to go in there and put the person's first name every time we send out a message. We want to have that personal touch and still send out their name, but obviously we don't want to do that manually each and every time. So super cool that the software is able to do this, and not necessarily a new feature, but it's something that's very, very valuable. And like I said, just kind of adds that personal touch. So very important here, we're going to go hit Save Action. I'm just going to leave this how it is for now. Obviously, hey, so-and-so is not going to be a great first message, but you could say something along the lines of, just wanted to reach out, or saw you filled out, or, something along those lines, and you'll kind of be good to go. But and it's going to vary based on what you're, obviously trying to get out of the customer or potential customer. So we'll carry on. So that would be the first message. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to give the person a little bit of time in order to respond. So what we're going to do is called the wait step. Obviously very straightforward here. So we're going to go ahead and do time delay. Do time delay, and we'll just kind of put, we'll go ahead and put 1 day for the time being. So wait 1 day, and then let's see, we can even get even further depth into this of, only run this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from this time to that time, but we're not going to get into this. Going to go ahead and hit save this action, and obviously just keep it as the wait step. We don't need to name it anything fancy. You can say wait 1 day, however you want, but we're just going to say wait right now. So we're then going to hit this plus sign and add the action of what's called an if-else action. So in here you'll be able to determine or direct the person that you're in contact with that if they have a positive reply to your message or a negative reply to your message, then they would go down one certain funnel. So we're going to call this the yes branch, and then we're going to go down here and go to contact reply, replied message, and then we are going to say contains, and we're just going to say yes. So if the contact reply is yes, then they will go down this route. So we can even add, let's see, another condition, and we could say, or if the contact replied, so let's see here, contact replied message contains sure. Say they reply sure, then they would go down the same funnel or the same gateway essentially, but obviously they just didn't say yes. So essentially the same thing, but that's how it goes. So we're going to go then to branch for no. Of course, they may respond negatively. So once again, contact reply, replied message, and we could say it contains no. So it would be nice, maybe this feature is coming, or maybe this is an idea for Go High Level in the future, but instead of just adding another condition where I did up here when I said yes or sure, instead of saying no, maybe you could just say no, comma, nope, or no, comma, nah, something like that. I think that would be an interesting feature that Go High Level could possibly add in the future, just in order to speed things up, I guess, in the automation creation process. So we're just going to say no. And then for kicks and giggles, I guess we will do one more and we'll say maybe. So maybe the person is on the fence and doesn't quite have an answer yet, but was kind enough to let you know that rather than just ghosting you. We will hit replied message, once again, contains, and we will just say maybe. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and save this action. And what do we see here? Exactly what I was trying to outline before. So you see yes, you see no, maybe, and then none, because obviously there are 4 options here. They can always never respond. That is obviously an option. So what you can do here then, obviously, if they don't respond, is you can send them another message. So once again, not a manual message, but you can go ahead and send them a regular message. We can call this no, and then we can say, once again, hey, go back to contact, go to first name, say just wanted to check in, ... whatever you want to say here. So we're just going to leave that. For yes, for example, we can go to, we would like to send them a message once again as well. Obviously, if they are replying positively, we want to get back to them as soon as possible and, pitch them even further or ask another qualifying question. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to respond to their positive message with awesome. And then we'll just say, ask another question here. So, well, I guess that, I was trying to put the asterisk, but I guess that makes it slanted or italicized, as you would say. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and save that. And then no, exact same thing. We'll send out an SMS. We'll just say, no worries. Let me know if there, bear with me here, is anything I can do for you in. All right, so obviously this is all subjective. It totally depends on what your business is or what you're trying to get these people to respond to. And once again, like I mentioned, you have to have some person's obviously phone number to be able to do this. If somebody filled out a form and you're able to capture that, you can run them through this. So, this is just a very, very simple automation. I'm going to go into depth much more in future videos on what exactly this software can do and the power of different automations. What I'm going to do in the future is it replies to their replies of the messages using AI. So super, super cool. I know AI, again, like I mentioned before in other videos, it's huge buzzword, but it's also super beneficial. Any business can utilize it. So to be able to train a bot on, what it's looking for in a customer reply is just so incredibly valuable. So incredibly valuable. So anyways, guys, that is all I really wanted to go over today. Obviously, last thing, we can just change this. We can change the name of the workflow. So you can say, what did we call it before? Customer reply automation. Again, my spelling is atrocious, typing in general, but we're going to go ahead and name it that. So save action. But again, this is very simple. This is kind of a, a 10,000 foot overview, just scratching the surface of what all this software can do. You may see people in the future or seen videos before where people have arrows and workflows going all sorts of directions. And like I said, I'm going to get into those as well, but just want to go over this very basic video with you today. And if you liked it, be sure to like below, and I'd love to hear where you guys are at in your journey. So feel free to comment as well or reach out to me anytime and we'll go from there. So I appreciate it. See you in the next one.